Hello everyone and welcome to MATLAB and Simulink tutorials. In this tutorial, we explain how to import signals and arrays from MATLAB to Simulink. The main motivation for learning how to import signals from MATLAB workspace to Simulink comes from the fact that you will often need to perform complex calculations on arrays in MATLAB, and later on you will need to import these arrays or signals to Simulink for further processing and simulation. For example, if you are simulating a control system, you would need to define random or colored process disturbances in MATLAB, and later on you will need to include these signals in a closed-loop control system in Simulink. Here is a brief demonstration of what you will learn in this video tutorial. Over here, I'm defining two signals. The first signal is sine square of 4t, and the second signal is cosine square of 4t. Then I'm embedding these two signals in a data structures that are used to import data from MATLAB workspace to Simulink. Then in Simulink, I created a simple block diagram shown over here. This block diagram will plot both signals on a single scope, and then it will add both signals and plot the results. Since I'm summing sine square plus cosine square, the result should be 1. And over here you can see the two signals. The first one, that is the yellow line, is the sine squared, and the second one is the cosine squared. Then, after I sum these two signals, I obtain 1. This is a proof of principle that this embedding and import from MATLAB to Simulink works in practice. Okay, let's start. The first step is to define an input data structure. This input data structure will contain two signals. First of all, let's call this input data structure simply as input structure, and let's add time. Consequently, let's type dot time, and over here let's specify the time array. We will start from 0 with a step of 0, 0, 1, and the time will end at 10. And over here I need to transpose this signal, and this is the time for the signal that we will define. Then let's define the first input signal. I'm going to call it input signal 1, and over here let's type sine of 4 multiplying input structure dot time, and then I'm going to square everything element wise. In this way I'm defining the function sine square of 4t. Okay, let's do the same thing for the second input signal. I will simply copy and paste this part and make modifications. I will call it input signal 2. The function will be cosine, and everything remains the same. Next, I need to embed input signal 1 and input signal 2 into the data structure. To do that, I need to type input structure, so let's copy this part over here, dot signals, and over here I need to specify the first signal, then I need to specify values, and then I need to say that the values should be equal to the input signal 1. And let's do the same thing for the second signal. So let's copy this, paste this, should be input structure signals 2 dot values input signal 2. However, we still need to define the dimensions. So we need to type input structure dot signals dot, actually not dot, in parentheses 1, dot dimensions. And let's specify dimension to be 1, since we are only having a single dimension array. And let's do the same thing for the second signal. And that's it. Now, we have the input structure, which is a structure that completely defines our inputs. It contains two input signals, input signal 1, input signal 2. It contains time for this input signal, and it also contains dimensions. Be careful over here when you type, since you shouldn't type signal, you should type signals. And this is very important. And also you need to specify values, and you need to use this form. What can be changed over here is only the name of this input structure. Next, let's load everything into MATLAB workspace. Select everything, then do the right click and type or press evaluate selection in command window. Good. Next, let's go to Simulink and let's start with creating Simulink blocks. The idea over here is to verify that we can properly import these signals, and the best verification is to perform some form of mathematical calculation that we can verify. In my case, I'm going to simply add to these two signals. Namely, since I'm adding sine square plus cosine square function, the result should be equal to 1. So let's do that. But the first step is to import the signal. To import the signals, we need to double click here and search for the import block. It should be in port, not in port. It should be in port. And here it is. And let's expand it. Leave it as it is. This import will correspond to our first signal, that is to our first input. And let's repeat the same thing. Type again import, and this will import the second signal. Now, if you double click over here, you will see that the port number is 1, and if you double click here, the port number is 2. And if I would add an additional import block, the number will be 3. And this is a nice feature since MATLAB will automatically assign numbers. This import port corresponds to the first signal, that is the first input, and this one corresponds to the second input. Good. Let's now define a simple operation. The simple operation will be summation. So double click here and search for add block. Here it is. And let's connect this part over here. Let's connect this part over here. And we need to plot the results. To plot the result, we need to double click here and search for scope. Here it is. And here's the scope. Now let's connect this part. In addition to this scope, I'm also going to plot both signals on the same graphs. To do that, I need to use the MUX or MUX block. Double click here, search for MUX. The MUX block augments two signals. Connect the first port of MUX to the first signal and the second one to the second signal, and over here I need to plot the results. To do that, double click here and search for scope, and here it is. And connect this part. Now, this is our simple block diagram. However, we still didn't link everything. That is, we didn't link these two import blocks to our actual signals. Let's learn how to do that. To properly import the input signals, you need to click on modeling, then you need to click on model settings. Okay, then you need to click on data import export. So click here, then click over here on input under this section load from workspace, and over here type the name of the input structure that we want to import. The name is input structure. Good. And click on apply and click on OK. Before clicking on OK, it's a nice thing also to analyze what's written over here. Namely, this part is useful if you want to save the workspace or the Simulink workspace data to MATLAB workspace. I'm going to cover these options in the future tutorials. For the time being, click on apply and click on OK. Good. Now, what happens internally? This import block is linked to the data structure .signal 1, and this import block is linked to the signal 2. And now we can run the simulation. Click on simulation, then change the stop time, for example, to 3 seconds, and click on run. And then hopefully you will not see any error, and let's see the results. Double click over here to see both signals. To see what are the actual signals, click on view and see the legend. You can see the yellow line is actually sine square and the blue line is the cosine square. Good. Now, if we add these two signals, we should get 1. So let's verify this by clicking over here, and indeed we have 1 all the time. And this is a proof of principle and proof of concept that this import process works perfectly. Okay, that's all for today, and thanks for watching.